going to be a song. It's your girl, Danielle Cohn, and I'm going to be doing a question and answer from my Instagram. I'm going to dance that.
Everybody believes him, and nobody believes me. Like, he's getting away with something that he did that's so messed up.
Danielle Cohn literally has a new boyfriend every week. Oh my god, girl. Haven't you heard? She literally got engaged last year.
I still have feelings for him, and I still do love him.
As you guys know, a video got leaked of me and my mom talking, and she had mentioned that I had an abortion. Yes, I did have an abortion.
Like, look at this. She's wearing lingerie. She's 13. She's wearing lingerie.
She could be a genuinely nice person, and she could not live a lifestyle that she's portraying on her Instagram. So
and you hit the nail on the head. And this is my take, my gut on Danielle Cohn, is that she's not like this at all.
Yeah, that's exploitation.
And if you watch her video where and we'll get into that in a second, but it seems like she's more innocent than she portrays.
Well, even if you're 14, you're still young.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
in grade 9. You have no idea what life is like. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, there's still lots of stuff you learn. Like, when I was in grade 9, I was so stupid.
A couple of years ago, I was one of the most followed girls online. People either loved me or hated me. I had the life I thought I wanted. Boyfriends, attention, moving to my dream city, LA, all of it. And right when it looked like I had everything figured out, I disappeared. I left. I never got the chance to explain myself. There's a lot I never said, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't even know how to. We were growing up in real time, making mistakes in front of millions of people, trying to figure out who I was while everyone else was telling me who I should be.
Be loud.
Danielle, welcome back to LA.
Hi.
How does it feel being back now at this stage of your life?
I feel like maybe I can understand things a lot more, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
It feels so weird to be back over here.
Yeah, I think it feels very surreal.
But I also do have like a love for it because it's kind of where I grew up in a way. Like my teenage years were here.
Yeah.
I feel like it's nice to come back and just like remember all the times we had. We had a lot of fun times. Do you remember when we would take all my Instagram photos at the college?
All your Instagram photos
That was
at
like
the
my
gas station.
yes,
Remember the
gas
iconic
station?
gas station?
That was my favorite place to take photos.
Yeah.
It's so weird though going back to the house. There was so much that happened in that house.
Yeah.
Lots of memories in that house.
Trauma. The drama.
The drama and the trauma, for sure.
They have the same blinds,
Yeah, the same blinds.
same color, same doors.
Remember that was my bathroom literally
Yeah.
right there. That was such a nice bathroom.
Which now, looking back, is kind of creepy.
Yeah, because people could just look in here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
kinda
remember seeing like photos all the time from like this point of view of like people driving and finding
I'd
it.
love to know, what was your journey like coming in to the public spotlight in such a big way? Like, were you ready for that? What was the moment? How did it happen?
Now this way too easy. All the boys in the block like Sesame Street. Marilyn Monroe, yeah, I'm a diva. Miss Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe, yeah, I'm a diva. Miss Marilyn Monroe.
I feel like first it was like a little bit going viral from the like featured video, and I started getting reached out to by managers, of course, that wanted me to come out here, and they wanted to get into all the different things that we could do, and one of them was releasing songs. So I did the Marilyn Monroe song, which they were right, went crazy viral. I was literally so young and had like no idea what was happening, and they were like, what's an interest of yours? And I was like, Marilyn Monroe is like my obsession. Like, my room was Marilyn Monroe, and they were like, great, like that's your only like thing that you're interested in. And I was like, yeah.
They shut down the whole Universal, I remember, and
Okay, superstar.
literally we shot from like,
Superstar.
I don't know, like midday to like 6 in the morning. It was an all-night shoot, and it was for Universal. And I remember at the time I was like working with people that were also working with Universal, and it was like this huge production that they were doing, and the theme was like old stuff. So we did like Grease and Hairspray, and we recreated it all. And I remember there was like 100 dancers, and I was like the main one. I remember we were preparing for like 4 or 5 months rehearsing.
So many of the things that people like make fun of me for now, or like from my past that they'll bring up, it wasn't me doing it. It was literally these managers. Like, most of the people you're watching, if they're doing something like cringy or weird or like something that you would just be like, oh, this person, like, I don't think they would do this, It's their manager because it gets more attention. It brings more people in. And so I definitely fell into like that trap. And I obviously trusted these people because they were my managers. I was like, they would never, you know, do something
intentionally.
Yeah, to like make fun of me or make me look stupid. But no, that's exactly what they were doing. With that came like more and more with the Musical.ly stuff. I would stay posting. I was kind of just doing the same thing. TikTok came around. I filmed a video in a hotel room with a Harvard sweatshirt on. It was like me dancing to this Usher song in a Harvard video, and I'm double jointed in my hips, and so I like popped my hip out really far, and everyone was like kind of like trying to figure out how I like popped my hip like that. I remember like some girl broke her hip trying to do it. What? It was like a whole thing, and people would travel to Harvard to like get the same Harvard sweatshirt as mine, and the only reason why I was wearing a Harvard sweatshirt, I guess people didn't really understand it, and they were like, why is she wearing that? And it was like a whole thing, like if I went to Harvard or not. I was just obsessed with Harvard. It was my dream school growing up. So I had a lot of Harvard merchandise. My family's from Boston, so we would always go to Harvard. So that was like a crazy skyrocket, which I was like, I didn't understand it at first. People were making like POVs to it, everything.
Do you ever think back and wonder what life might have been like if you had more of a traditional,
all the time.
childhood?
I'm always like, I wonder like what would have happened if I didn't download that app that day, or if I didn't post that video that day, because it would be so different. If I'm being honest, I'm so thankful for it, and I never want to sound like I'm not thankful for where it's brought me, but it was never my dream. I had like such different life goals for myself, and when I started social media, it kind of got in the way of everything. But I feel like it did bring me to where I'm meant to be, because now obviously I love my career and what I do, but it was never like a goal of mine. As much as like the hate and stuff didn't bother me, I feel like it did kind of make me not focus on things I should have been focused on when I was so young. Like I was always so worried about my appearance or what I was doing or what events I was going to when I was so young, you know.
Do you think it made you grow up a little faster?
Do you remember where your apartment was? Like, was it on this side?
Yeah, it was.
Side?
This was my entrance right here, actually, because we were in these apartments and we were facing the pool. So you wouldn't be able to see ours, but it was a nice apartment complex. And it was like such a luxury because we had came from that like 1-bedroom apartment in Florida, like not the nicest apartment complex, to this, which is a pretty nice apartment complex. So it was a big change for me when we came to this apartment.
What was your day-to-day routine like? What was it like living in LA?
I mean, I didn't have any responsibilities. I was just a kid with a bunch of money. So doing my makeup for like 2 hours, posting videos, having absolutely no life besides that, because that was all I cared about. Maybe going to events or like going to like influencer things, whatever it was, whether it was like a content house or something like that. I feel like I was just young and had no care about anything. Like I was just like, oh, I make all this money, I can do whatever I want.
Would you say like those were like your happier times?
Oh, definitely not.
No, not at all.
I feel like I was like miserable. I was like, what am I doing? Like I felt like I had no hobbies. Like I didn't focus on anything besides just, I mean, I guess you could call it work because it was work, like what we would do on social media. I mean, we were getting paid for it, but it wasn't fun. Like, I don't know.
You were just working.
Yeah, like I was just working.
It's hard to work and have fun at the same
But
time.
it was like working that wasn't fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's when I first started experiencing at such a young age, like actually feeling mentally drained and not understanding why. I just thought that I was like upset all the time. Like my mind couldn't comprehend that like my social battery was dead. Like I was having to meet all these people and talk to them and you know, always put on this like happy face, and I didn't realize what it was doing to me. Like I couldn't focus on things that I should have been focused on.
Which is what?
Just like, you know, worrying about myself. I feel like I didn't start doing that till I got a little older and realized like, okay, like taking care of yourself and like having time to chill is really important. And you can't do these things if you're not doing that, because you're just exhausted all the time mentally. It doesn't make you like feel good when it's like all you're focused on. I feel like, I mean, even now when I film, like I don't feel that way, but I think it's because I have other things in my life that I focus on too. It's not just that.
How long were you in LA for?
I think it was like 5 or 6 years.
And still till this day, you don't miss LA at all whatsoever.
A video got leaked of me and my mom talking, and she had mentioned that I had an abortion. Yes, I did have an abortion in January, and I figured that it would just be best for me to
come clean about it.
We opened the video, and it's my mom on the phone saying, you know, my daughter had an abortion. Like, the whole conversation, I remember feeling like I almost had to, like, comfort everybody else because everybody else was just finding out, and all my family members were finding out, and I had to comfort them. It just felt so exhausting because it was like, I myself don't even really know how I feel about this situation, and I'm sitting here having to comfort my family because somebody thought that releasing this would save me. They would praise these people. They would be like, you're such an amazing person, like, you're saving this girl from all of this. And it's like, what are you saving me from? Because what you're doing is literally making a teenage girl go into depression, like literally making me go crazy because I'm going online and seeing all of my private information leaked to everyone.
Like, I just want to not have to worry about every day. It just gets worse.
Of course, I would love to talk about them, but I wasn't ready at the time. Like, it wouldn't have been a problem if it was like now, but at that time I wasn't ready. I wanted to wait till I was ready to talk about a lot of those things.
All the girls that are gonna see this, that are pregnant, that are like your age, that think like this is like a taboo thing to talk about, they see you being open about it, and I really think you're like changing lives. And I don't know if you realize that.
After like coming out with it and really seeing that like I'm not alone in this situation, like, you know, this is like an everyday thing. Girls go through it all the time. I think that's what really just made me not so sad about it and made me like know that it's okay.
I have lived in California for like about the past 4 or 5 years. Moving to California at such a young age was definitely something that was very, very different for me. It was really, really hard. This place is like a different breed. I have never been to anywhere like it. I've met a lot of great friends here that, you know, I will literally cherish for the rest of my life and always be super thankful for them for making my time here at least somewhat good. But overall, it's just not where I want to be.
Was there like any pushback? Because, you know, like LA is good for collabs, your content, your career. Like, were you scared about your career maybe going down, or, you know, what was going to happen if you did move?
In the back of my head, I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I would rather just post what I want to post, and if people don't like it, who cares?
Yeah.
So that was like the mindset that I was moving with, and I remember being like, it probably won't do the best, but I really don't care.
Get out of this life now. You still have an opportunity.
Yeah.
If you stop right now, wait a few years.
The moving company finished up, and these are our cars right now. How like big and pretty and pink this truck is. Oh. Bye-bye, house. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We're going to time travel back real quick.
Okay.
If you could tell little Danielle one thing before she posted, you know, her videos to go viral, what would you tell her?
I'm going to be a star. We've been dating for 3 months. It would have been a year because we broke up a year ago.
Dear Danny, I know right now everything feels exciting, fast, overwhelming, like your whole life changed overnight. And in a way, it did. But there's a lot you don't see coming. There are going to be moments where you feel like the whole world is watching you, judging you, deciding who you are before you even get the chance to figure it out yourself. People will talk, loudly, confidently, even when they have no idea what's actually going on. And the hardest part is that sometimes you won't either. There will be voices around you telling you what to say, how to act, who to be. Some of them will say it's to protect you, some of them will say it's what's best, and for a while, you might believe them. You're going to make mistakes, some small, some that feel really big, some that people will never let you forget, but here's what you need to know. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to outgrow versions of yourself that the internet tries to keep you stuck in. You are allowed to change your mind, and you are allowed to take your voice back. It won't happen all at once. It's going to take time, distance, and a lot of unlearning. There's so much I wish I could sit down and explain to you. So many things that you're feeling right now that you don't have words for yet. And for the longest time, I didn't either.
So I've just been feeling lately like I have this really good idea and I wanted to run it by you guys. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm almost ready to reflect on some of the things that I went through when I was younger. And I feel like for the past few years, especially since when I moved, I didn't really want to talk about it because I was like, there's no reason to, you know, almost reflecting on your past and going through it and talking about it is such a big thing and it's such a healing thing to do.
If I was able to have someone when I was going through that to look up to and help me with it and understand that like this is normal, it happens, like that would have been amazing. I would have loved it.
I've been noticing too, I've been getting so many DMs lately
from a lot of younger girls, especially asking me like, how did you deal with this certain breakup that you went through? Or how did you deal with this certain situation? And I think that I was meant to go through all of that. As much as it sucked when I was going through it, I'm able now to share those experiences and make other girls not make the same mistakes that I did. If there's anything that was worth it, it is just being able to even help one girl who's going through that. That makes me feel so much more comfortable and so much more excited to do something like this.
How much do you love your boyfriend? 100% to 0%. 100%.
I wish I had someone back then. Someone who was just honest. Someone who didn't pretend to be perfect. Someone who could tell you you're gonna mess up, but you're also gonna be okay. So I made something for you. It's called Pretty Honest. It's where I finally say everything. The things I avoided, the things people got wrong, the lessons I had to learn the hard way. So maybe you don't have to. I needed this when I was you, so I made it for you. I'll see you starting next week.